Alrighty, guys. I'm trying to make this as comfortable as possible. Y'all see this? Yes, Chrysler 300. Cousin Pookie. Yeah, y'all know where this is going. He strikes again. This time, I want to give Cousin Pookie a little credit. All right. I guess he went over. I don't know if this was done at a shop. I don't know where. Or he came to. He a mobile mechanic. I don't know. Well, anyway, y'all see this? Brand new fuel pump. And guess what? It's Mopar. So yeah, kudos to Cousin Pookie. Now the thing about Mopar, if you're dealing with Mopar, you have to understand that they redesigned the fuel pump. I think this is 2014. They redesigned them to the fact where, let me show y'all something. Y'all see this? This is the connector. So engineers, for some dumb reason, you see the big blue and red wire right there? They had it next to this wire right here, the very next wire. So this is positive and this is ground. Let me set it right here. This is positive and this is ground. This is positive and this is ground. Guess what? They side by side. Bad idea, man. No, you don't want to. Oh my goodness. All right. For whatever reason, that's a bad idea. So they redesigned the electronics in the fuel pump. All they did was redesign the actual, not redesign the pump, they redesigned the circuitry. Okay, they just moved some wires. On the fuel pump is nothing but wires going to a motor, electrical motor. The way that electrical motor is powered through the battery, 12 volts, which come through this connector. So they rerouted the wiring on this. So what has to happen was this has to be rerouted too. Now, I look under here and I'm wondering how this car running. Yeah, because it don't look like he did nothing. This is the way it comes in the factory. And then I got to thinking, there's no way in hell I may verify that this was Mopar. Yes. And I know good and damn well they changed the circuitry. So all I did was came to the conclusion of, yes, Cousin Pookie strikes again. What he did was he went down here and did his magic. See, the thing is, it's really just pin 2 and 3, guys. If you can depin this and pull out pin 2 and just swap it with 3, the only problem with that is pin 3 is a smaller gauge wire than the current way it's setting. Okay, so that's not a good idea, in other words. So what Cousin Pookie did, because he couldn't depin this, he just came down here further down the wiring harness and right here he just cut the wires that go to pin 2 and 3 and just reversed them. So here's the break. So I had to tap myself on the head. Wait a minute, how is this possible? So here's what he did. He just made the change down further down the connector. Okay, now this lady having problems. Sometimes she said she thinks she need another fuel pump. I said, I don't think you need another fuel pump, because when I went over there, or when I checked it out, I come back here and I just do this. Yeah, so there's something going on with this. I don't know if he soldered this correctly. For all I know, it could just be tape. Y'all know how we used to do in the old days? We didn't solder joint nothing because we didn't have solder guns. We just black taped everything. Yeah, that's a bad way to make connections nowadays, guys. Moisture can get in there and ruin everything. All right, I'm doing too much talking. Here's what I'm about to do to fix this. All right, I got a factory. Y'all see this? That's the part number. This is a factory kit for these factory Mopar fuel pump. Now, I got a video where I show me splicing this in, so I'm not going to film it now. So I suggest you right here, that link right here, click that link will take you to that video and show you how you do this the correct way. Okay, so what I'm about to do, this very same thing to this car. Here's my new head. I'm going in, all new wiring. I'm gonna make this the way it's supposed to be. I'm not gonna, I'm all of them. Okay, I'm not just gonna do some of them. I'm not gonna depin this and run wires, although I could, because look, these last 3 wires are fuel sending unit wires. There was nothing wrong with those. So if I can depin this, I gotta find my dependent tool. I'm just gonna depin them and push them in a new connector. But the last 2, or pin 1 and 3 now, is gonna be with these nice good heavy gauge wires, and I'm just gonna splice these in the current harness. All right, that is the way I plan to fix this car. So y'all keep in mind, you can't just, I think it's 2012, 2011 through 2018 is where they made the changes with the fuel pump. All right, so y'all keep that in mind, and don't try to rig this. Do it right, because yeah, it caused you some headaches. You didn't want to go back to Cousin Pookie. JT, yeah, I know. This most of the calls I get. Okay, I don't know if Cousin Pookie charged so cheap or so low to where people can't. Oh damn, that's low. I'll take it. I need you to do it. You know, you get what you pay for, guys. If it costs more to get a certified mechanic to work on your car, again, you get what you pay for. All right, again, I'm talking too much. See, this is a factory connector. It's just not wired correctly. All right, let me get to work, man. I'll show y'all the ending results. How's that? And let y'all know, because I haven't decided yet how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see if I can depend this, how hard it is to depend this, and use the same current connectors for the other 3 sending unit wires, and just focus on the positive and ground. Because remember, that's what you need to make any electrical motor work. This is a motor. Now, I ain't talking about that thing under your hood. That's an engine. This is an electrical motor. It requires 12 volt and ground to operate. All right, stay tuned. Alrighty, guys. Yes, I was correct. Cousin Pookie didn't even solder this crap. He just taped it all up. So please do not try to make wiring connection that way, guys, with just black tape. No, it's best to solder this stuff. So here's the old connector. Goodbye. And I didn't bother to depend it. I always have a hard time depending this stuff. I'm just not a good depender. Damn. Okay. Well, anyway, here's my new connector all in place. All I'm doing now is getting ready. I'm warming up my my solder gun. Yeah, I see I'm do my solder joints right here, and I got heat shrink tube ready to go. So not only will I solder the wires correctly the way you're supposed to, I'm going to heat shrink them using typical heat shrink tubing. Yeah, that's the best way to get her done, guys. So, okay, I got all the heat shrink down here. I got this down. Is my gun ready? Y'all like my Milwaukee? Told you I'm a Milwaukee fan. All right. I don't know what I was doing without this. Now, got a Harbor Freight heat gun. That's the thing about the heat gun. It don't have to be a name brand. It don't have to be Snap-on, Matco, or anything like that. And I got black tape to wrap the whole complete harness up, not to tape up the connection, because the heat shrink tube gonna do that. And I got a piece of solder. I'm hoping that's enough. All right, guys, I got work to do. I got to get this soldered up. I only got one hand. I can't hold the phone and do this. That's why I can encourage y'all to watch that video of me putting this wiring harness in on another vehicle. I think it was a Challenger. All right, so y'all stay tuned. I'll come back when I'm done. Let's get it. Man, look at that. Ain't she pretty? Look at that heat shrink tube. That liquid coming out. Yeah, guy, that's a good thing. All right, I got them all melted and ready to go. Now it's time. Grab some electric tape and wrap up the whole thing, because she'll never stall out again. Mopar fuel pump and a new Mopar wiring harness. We good to go, baby. Hold tight. Wow, look at that. Just like factory, guys. Yeah. So let's get this plugged in. Y'all hear that? Nice and locked in. Now we're gonna try to wrap this to where it won't rub or get damaged in any way. That's why you got to be careful how long you make your harness. All right, you don't want it too long, you don't want it too short. The way I do it, it's just freaking right. So now we put the cover back on like that. Cover all that up. Route that, and the seat go back in place, and guess what? We're done. Let's see if it starts. And ladies and gentlemen, ta-da! Yes, it starts and runs, and likely will be no more freaking stalling out. Guys, that's all I have, man. I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and if you're not, and I'll see y'all on the next freaking video.